Thanks, Bree. Can I get a yes in the chat for the boys?
Yes, yes. I always forget how sudden that ends.
Oh, I muted, bro. I can't hear you in it. I can't hear. Oh no, there we go. For some reason, for some reason, my PC just turned everything on mute. For some reason. Yes, Bree. Big bombazzo situation, bro. Have you seen the contract?
Yeah, 6 years. 6
Right. What's
years.
going on there,
Love
bro?
to see it. Guys gone long term, innit? Which is obviously really, really good for us. And I'm absolutely buzzing that we finally got this announced. People were sweating hard about this transfer, saying what's the situation. But yeah, Kalvin Phillips to Manchester City is announced. It's a very the announcement is just like a little announcement kind of thing. It's good. It's just simple but effective. But yeah, we kind of knew this was happening. They got a teaser a minute ago, and then obviously people in the chat were like, it's been announced in 10. Why is LB not in the studio? Because it's very early for us. We woke up and was like, let's go live. Usually, if we pre-plan it, because usually we do like a 12 o'clock stream, then he'd be here. But because do you know what I mean? He's at his girlfriend right now, and he's not at home. So yeah, our new number 4 for Manchester City. For people asking us to watch the interview together. We can't watch the interview together because we're not streaming on the normal. Like, do you know what I mean? We're not streaming with OBS. Carl, you can tell who wasn't the stream, the Gabby stream. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Only the goats know we've been live twice this morning. Get back to Calvin with a free. Can't wait to see him get better next to Rodri. Well, I think he'll get better under Rodri. I don't think you'll see them two playing together too much. Depends how Pep plays the system though, but I don't see us going double pivot season. But I think he will excel just like Ake has become a better defender. I think Calvin Phillips will become a better midfielder at Manchester City, and I think he'll have a massive part to play in this season coming up, which is mega. 6 years, new number 4, bro. He's taking Vinny's number.
I know. You know what? He might. You know where you might see the double pivot come into play is the Champions League, especially in the knockouts. If you look at where Man City have been knocked out of the Champions League over the last 5-6 years under Pep Guardiola, not all the time, but often we concede a lot of goals. Yeah, I'm not going to go through them, but you should all know the games where we've been knocked out of the Champions League and look how many goals we concede. That's not normal. That tells me that something's not working in that setup in the Champions League. So where you might see the double pivot with Kalvin Phillips and Rodri is in those latter stages of the Champions League where we're conceding too many goals and we need a little bit more protection, a little bit more ball control, because sometimes we just get cut open way too easy in the Champions League. We've seen it time and time again. conceding far too many goals. I don't think you'll see it too much in the Premier League. I think you're right there, bro. I think that'll be more rotation, and it'll be Rodri or Kalvin Phillips. I don't think you'll see both of them. And I think if you see Kalvin Phillips play with Rodri in the Premier League, Kalvin Phillips will probably be playing a little bit more advanced, which you don't really want to see him doing.
Yeah, I don't want to see that
But
really.
it's the Champions League where I think that you're really going to see the double pivot. I do think you'll see the double pivot in the Champions League. I don't want to see it in the Premier League though, because I don't think we need it in the Premier League.
Yeah, I don't
But
think we need
yeah,
it in the Prem.
6-year contract. That's wild.
It's sick. I'm actually, honestly, I'm buzzing. I really didn't expect him to take number 4. Number 4 stinks of a centre back shirt to me. I don't know why. Do you know, just like associate numbers? Obviously, it's because Vinny was wearing it, but when you associate numbers with like certain positions, like, do you know what I mean? Like that number 10, number 9, number 9.
Number 9.
Number 4 just seems like pure centre back. But you know what I mean? I'm buzzing that we've actually signed him. I'm excited to watch the interview with him and see what the situation is. It's about time we got this signed. Got this announced on Friday. Everyone, or Thursday, whenever it was, everyone got the leaks. Do you know what I mean? Seeing him in the City gear, so we all knew everything went well. People were worried about wondering if he'd actually passed his medical and stuff like that because it's not been announced yet. But you have to give, like, do you know what I mean? You have to give time for things to happen. City are moving good though. It's nice, bro. Finally, we're speaking about a player joining City and not a player leaving City. It's been weeks. Weeks we've been talking about just players leaving. Everyone's leaving. Sterling leaving. Ake leaving. Gabby leaving. Finally, we get to speak about an incoming transfer in Kalvin Phillips, and it's got me kind of like excited for the season again. Less worried about, do you know what I mean, the fact that we're losing players, and yeah, I can't wait to see him play. I know they're all getting announced together, aren't they? Next Sunday or this Sunday, I should say.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
No, I'm with you, bro. I think it's a really good signing. It suits our style of play. He's played under Bielsa. He's played under a Leeds team that play good football, play the football in the right way. When he's on the pitch, Leeds concede less goals, which is good.
Facts.
Always want to see, the stats back up the players' performances. He can pick a pass. He plays for England. He's 26. He's probably going to get better. He's playing for a better manager. He's probably going to get better. He's playing under Rodri and with Rodri, who's for me, he's probably one of the best players in that position in the world, if not the best. He's going to get better. So he's homegrown, and we got him for a snip of his real value. You know what I mean? 42 million quid for him is not fair value for
Not fair
Kalvin Phillips.
for an English international, bro. That
No,
ain't fair value.
we've underpaid. So that's good. And he had 2 years left on his contract. It wasn't like he was running his contract down and he was going to go on a free next year. He still had 2 years. So I think it's a great deal. And I'm really excited to see him play. And more so, it's good for Rodri. We all know how good Rodri is. Yeah, he's fantastic. I've said many times that for me, he was my player of the season. But he cannot continue Rodri playing 50, 55 games a season, 65 if you include the Spain games. That is not healthy for any single player to play, no matter how much recovery you do, no matter how good you eat, no matter how good that your general health is and that. I can tell you now, playing 65 games a season is not healthy, man. So we needed someone in there and we needed someone good. And this is something that's slightly annoying when I see people on Twitter saying who are not City fans, oh, why are City even buying Kalvin Phillips? They don't need him. Mate, what are you on about?
What
We
are you
don't need
talking
him.
about? We've just
We
lost
have one
Fernandinho. We have one
CDM, mate.
CDM.
We have one CDM who plays about 60 games a season, if not more, because he plays for Spain as well. We definitely do need someone. We needed someone last season, and now we finally got our man. Kalvin Phillips through the door, 42 million quid, 2028 contract. So, like I said in the previous stream, we've pretty much got this boxed off now for, I don't know, a long time. And we can move on to other transfer targets. But today's obviously it's Kalvin Phillips' day, and buzzing for him. I like the cup of tea thing that they did, bro. The teaser with
The teaser, the teaser's
that
good.
was pretty funny.
They should have had more mugs. There's bare English players in the team.
Well, it's not about English, bro. It's about Yorkshire, innit?
Always Yorkshire tea.
Yeah.
Nah,
It's
I
about
get it.
Yorkshire.
Yeah,
So
get it.
there's a few of them there, obviously, innit? And this is the
Get
good
it.
thing. And I think you said this in a previous stream, bro. But City are building like a homegrown English dynamic team here, which is
Yeah,
very, very good. We're picking off the best English players around, and we're putting them in the City team, and obviously they're all buzzing, bro. They all want to be here. They all want to be at City. Why? Because when they go to England and that, all the City boys, they're winning trophies. They're winning the big trophies. They're in Champions League finals, which we'll win one eventually, hopefully. And
hopefully.
of course, they all want to join. They all want to join City. If you're an
Yeah,
English player now, you want to join City, bro.
thing is, you want to join City, and you have the chance to work with one of the best managers. You've got all your mates round you. Do you know what I mean? Like, Joe from the England setup. Like, we know that Phillips and Grealish are really close mates.
Yeah.
So it's good. It seems like a very, very good environment for an English player to come into this side at the moment, especially with the amount of players that we do have and how close they all seem to be. And to be fair, the whole squad seems close. Like, you could say, do you know what I mean? At United, there's all the rumours about the little cliques kind of thing. You could say that maybe there's one of them at City with English players, but it doesn't seem to be that way. It seems to be that the whole squad is 100% together, and that's good. I'm honestly, I can't get over this sign. Like, I'm actually really, really buzzing about it. It's really, really. It's kind of like I'm in the unknown. I understand how Kalvin Phillips plays. I've seen Kalvin Phillips play. I've seen, do you know what I mean? I've been watching bare videos, seeing as though we've been linked with him and stuff like that. Just like most people doing it, you just keep like watching videos, excited for the announcement to come, excited for him to see him play and stuff. And it's good because he brings a different dynamic to what Rodri does. Do you know what I mean? He's a
Mm.
different kind of player to Rodri. So I think that'll work really well for City. I think it'll 100% work really well for City because you have two different kind of CDMs there.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and that's what we needed, bro. We need a little bit of variation, and we needed another player that can play in the. And it's all about people will say in the chat, yeah, people will be in the chat and say, I don't want to see double pivot. It's not about you seeing double pivot or not seeing double pivot. It's about Pep Guardiola having the option to play double
Yeah.
pivot. Just like when we're saying to get Gnabry, it's not because we want Gnabry to be playing every week and we think he's better than Mahrez or we think he's better than Cole Palmer. See Pep Guardiola options because the best manager in the world deserves to have options and he needs options because if he has options, then he can do more things. But obviously, last season he was restricted to what he could and couldn't do. He couldn't play double pivot because we didn't have anyone unless he wanted to play Gundogan. But Gundogan had a bit of a bad injuries record come the end of the season, so it's all about options. I think Phillips is a great signing. 42 million. I've just checked it then. Yes, so it's 42 million with bonuses up to 3 million. So let's just say 45 million because they're going to get the 45. As I just mentioned a moment ago, for an England international that's played under Bielsa, that's going to come and play for Pep Guardiola, I genuinely don't know how City pulled this deal off for so cheap. The more I look at it, the
It's
more I'm like, this is ridiculously cheap.
it's a very, 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 very good deal for Calvin Phillips. It's a steal. I feel like for me, I just don't like the fact that fans are writing him off already, kind of like what they did with Grealish and saying, "Nah, this guy's shit. We don't need him," kind of thing and stuff like that. And it's like
Hell do you
they
need
don't want to give him the time. But what it is, you got fans nowadays who want a superstar in every single position. They want like,
him?
do you know what I mean? The best CDM in the world to play behind the best CDM in the world. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? People, that's how fans are. Fans just want like FIFA in it. People want FIFA mode. So
yeah,
ain't about that. I don't like the fact that people were writing him off. Always back the players. Is it a City player now? Back him in it. Do you know what I mean? I know loads of people
right.
don't back Grealish in that, but do you know what I mean? Back Calvin Phillips. It's a great deal, great price, and I genuinely think he's gonna absolutely smash it. I seen a comment a minute ago from GB. He said, "Trust me, Phillips is underestimated good. Give him 2 years, and people talk about one of the biggest bargains for the upcoming decade." And hopefully that's right. City have put a lot of faith in him and given him a 6-year contract. So hopefully it works out for us. Sir Alan, yes, Sir Alan, how you doing? With the 30.99, yes, Sir Alan. Get some dubs in the chat for Sir Alan. Phillips, good signing, solid CDM. Also, thank you, Gabby. Yeah, Gabby's obviously gone this morning as well. He says also rip Andy Gorham. Born and bred in Bury, one of those lads who good at football and cricket. Played a lot of junior cricket with him and against him. Rest in peace. Yes, rest in peace, Andy. Innit? But yeah, the whole Phillips sign, very good signing, and this day is just going, it's going 100 mile an hour right now. This day, like massively. The fact that we've gone from from Gabby leaving to Phillips in the space of half an hour is something else.
I know, but we did call it, didn't we? Like, soon as that Jesus deal went through, City were like, right, we need to get this Phillips
Yeah.
thing now across the line because we need to give him a signing, and obviously it was clearly done. I think you said it. I think we did a stream on Friday, and I think I was like, oh, it might get done at the weekend, but you was like, nah, it'll get done on Monday, and it
Monday, yeah.
was
It's the
I'm
way
just surprised.
City move, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just surprised how early it did actually get done, but maybe there's more news to come later on. Sterling, obviously,
Yeah.
this rumor's still going about Sterling. Maybe City wanted to
Well,
get the news in now.
there's heavy rumours about Sterling. Was it Martin Blackburn last night who was saying that basically talks have advanced this weekend? They've advanced. Sterling's in contact with Manchester City, and talks are advancing with Chelsea. So basically, Sterling wants the Chelsea move, so he's gone.
He's
But
gone.
but this ain't a stream about leaving. Do you know what I mean? This is a stream about
Nah,
players
no, it always
incoming.
does. Sterling worms his way into every single one of our streams, man, by
He
accident.
does. I mean,
Kipax
at least when he
Calvin.
goes, we don't have to talk about him anymore.
I know. Kipax Calvin comes in with the three and said, "Can he play left back?" I mean, he probably could play left back, to be honest with
I
you,
reckon
Brit.
he'd do a job anywhere on the pitch.
Uh,
Guy's got
yeah,
that elite work rate.
yeah, but that's another position that we might be looking at into
Yes.
with Cucurella or maybe Ram if we get lucky there. Harvey as well there with a 449. We're actually going to slap everyone. Season needs to start ASAP. I'm buzzing for the season to start, bro. And the more you think about it, the more you think like, how can we not slam this league? How can we not slam this league? We should be slamming this league next season, or this season, depends what you want to say.
Yeah, it's nice to hear people back on that side of the coin. Do you know what I mean? Because loads of people are leaving. You've had a lot of people saying, "Oh, we're right off next season. It's done." Do you know what I mean? I see it all over Twitter, like people basically sweating for next season because of the amount of people that are leaving. But it's nice to hear a bit of confidence about a team. We just signed Kalvin Phillips. We just signed Erling Haaland. We just signed Alvarez. We just signed Ortega. You know what I mean? We're looking at Cucurella. That's next on the list. Sterling's gone, and then today, bro, and I think it worked from our last stream when we manifested Gnabry. More news about Gnabry today, isn't it? I
know. Seeing that, bro. Defo, they're listening to our streams,
Bro, C-Sign Gnabry, innit? Everyone just needs to keep
You-
tweeting hashtag C-Sign Gnabry, and then we'll get him. They listen to us.
I've got the statement here from Kalvin Phillips. If you want me to read it out, by the way.
I don't know if has Freddie posted the full interview or has he just done like
I've got the statement on the City website here that he said.
Yeah,
so,
buzzing.
this is Kalvin Phillips. So he said, "I'm absolutely delighted to have joined Manchester City. City have again proved to be the best team in the country with an amazing squad and amazing manager in Pep Guardiola, who is rightly considered to be the finest in the world. To be able to play under Pep Guardiola and learn from him and his coaching staff, as well as be part of such a fantastic squad, is a prospect that I'm incredibly excited about. City are a world-class club with world-class staff and facilities, and it's a dream come true to have joined City. Now I can't wait to get started and to look to try and help the team to go on and achieve more success." So he's obviously thinking about trophies already. And then director of football, Tiki Bergerstein, or Bergerstein, I don't know how you say it. How do you say his surname?
Burger,
Bergerstein.
Burgerstein, Burgerstein, he's you know what I mean, his burger dripped all over his
I know,
white
he's
top.
dripping that grease, bro. Dripping that grease.
Burgerstein.
But Tiki, yeah, he goes on and says, "Kalvin Phillips is a player that we've long admired at both the domestic and international level. He's proved his fantastic ability and quality over the past few seasons. His reading of the game, alongside his passing ability, energy, and drive, makes him a formidable talent, and he's a player who has a fantastic will to win. We feel he'll be a superb addition to our squad, and it'll complement our game perfectly. Everyone here is looking forward to watch Kalvin play and develop even further in the next few years." So positive comments from Kalvin Phillips, positive comments there from Tiki as well. I'm just looking to see if there's anything from Pep, but I don't think
No,
there
there
is
won't
on
be
here.
yet. There won't be yet.
No.
I feel like Pep kind of reserves himself on transfers, like words, like when he gets asked about like Haaland, when we're signing Haaland, he kept it all kind of like to a minimum. Guess he likes to want. I think Because if he speaks, he's putting a bit more pressure on him. I think he wants to just get him, do you know what I mean, playing. Obviously, he's not even seen these guys play football yet like that with the team. So
Yeah,
it's
good
hard,
point.
it's hard for him to like judge it. Patrick Holly, yes, Patrick. How you doing, mate? Hope your leg's healing. Do you know what I mean? Your bionic leg now. 6 years for Kalvin Phillips. Pep extending for the same? Question mark. You got to question yourself, right? Pep's got a year left on his contract, and we're signing all these sick players. I reckon done deal. I reckon Pep signed an extension. I reckon it'll be 2 years or a year. I reckon it'll get announced at some point. But I reckon Pep signed an extension because all these players are investing in Manchester City right now. They're all going for it. Do you know what I mean? And they're saying about, oh, I want to play under Pep Guardiola, stuff like that. Not gonna be saying that if he's getting off. Oh, maybe they're taking the chance while they've got it.
Yeah, I
And
know,
it's like he's got a year left. Like,
But,
get me in there right now.
yeah, even if Pep Guardiola was leaving, we'd still sign football players, and players would still sign contracts. But it
Yeah,
is
of
looking
course.
promising. It is looking promising with the other players that have signed deals and that. And yeah,
Especially, I think the Haaland one's the most telling for me. I think Haaland
yeah, I agree.
would want Pep to. The rumor was that Haaland, one of the big things about the Haaland deal was having the assurance that Pep will be staying for at least the
Yeah.
amount of time that Haaland is there. King Haaland, speaking of Haaland, which is assist king. How, Jordy, do you think we should sign Ronaldo? He hasn't turned up for United pre-season. Not a chance. He had his chance. He missed it. And the guy can just go to bed and dream about playing for Manchester City every single night. Because he made a terrible, terrible, terrible decision. All because his best pals rang him up. I'm not salty. I'm just, you know what I mean? He picked the wrong. He should have gone to City. It is a fact. He should have gone to City.
Yeah. He should have gone to
Put it
City.
this way: if he'd have gone to City, he wouldn't be asking to leave.
Correct. But then we might not have Ireland, so
Then we might not have Haaland. So
yeah.
I mean, I'm all for it. Home and Championship, why not Bray? Nah, Ronaldo, that ship sailed, didn't it? 520 grand a week. Nope, not for me. Kalvin Phillips is blue. He hates United. He does. He hates United a lot, which is why there was a lot of rumors about the whole. He would have never ever entertained the idea of going to United. And when we did our first initial streams about Phillips, there was Leeds fans in the chat saying he will never ever go to United. That will never be a thing. So,
yeah. Another comment here, bro, from Kalvin Phillips.
Love it.
Talking about Pep Guardiola. In 2020, they shook hands after I think Leeds beat us 2-1. I think. He said he shook my hand and I was just like, cheers, thank you, and just smiling. It was an amazing moment. I'm here now being managed by Pep. It's one of the things I've always aimed for. And this is the thing, bro. When you're a player in the style of Kalvin Phillips, yeah, you want to be managed by Pep Guardiola because you're a passing player. Kalvin Phillips is a possession-based passing player. He's all about technique and ball control and that. So you want to be managed by Pep. He's the best manager in the world for that. So he is literally being managed by the perfect manager. And I'm just quite interested, bro, to see what levels this guy's got. Because I don't think anyone's seen Kalvin Phillips' full potential or his best. He's only 26 years
agree.
old.
I agree.
And he's been managed by Bielsa, who's a good manager, but they've been playing in a poorer team and a weaker side. And we all know that you look better automatically when you come into a better side because you got better players, so you can do better things. And the players are, be able to control the ball better, or you get more assists, stat pad a bit more. And for England, he's been managed by Southgate, so of course he's never really going to shine properly for England. Although he did well, I think it was at the Euros or whatever. But he's
Yeah,
never going to fully shine. He's been managed by Southgate.
Didn't he get player of the tournament at the Euros?
Yeah,
Or like,
he did.
do you know what I
I
mean?
think so.
Yeah,
But he's never going to fully shine under Southgate. So I think that under Pep Guardiola, I think you're going to see him go up a level, which is exactly what we need because it's going to put more pressure on Rodri. He can improve his game, and we can rest Rodri in games now, and we won't be shitting ourselves.
Yeah, no, like we said before, you have that dynamic of the two. Do you know what I mean? So it's only a great move for City. And like you say, he'd have been dreaming for Pep to give him a call, innit? He'd have been dreaming for that, especially with his style of play. He was like, yeah, I need to be playing in that football team. Obviously, as well, bro, it must have been horrible for him because he knows that he wants to play in that kind of style of team. And he's got Jack Grealish there telling him about how sick life is at City.
Yeah,
Kyle Walker there, John Stones there, and that's why I think we're in a good position to sign English players. I know obviously they cost cash in it because of the clubs, but as a player, do you know what I mean, personal terms stuff like that, I think can get agreed quite easy with City because they know the environment, because they're speaking to, do you know what I mean, the best mates play for City, so they're speaking to them all the time. They know what it's like there, so they can only like imagine like, oh, I bet they think, oh, that'd be sick to go there.
and as well, bro, just on that, just to add to what you're just saying, if you're buying players from teams like Leeds, it's going to be even easier to do the personal terms because you
Yeah,
don't need to offer him the 200 grand a week, the 300 grand a week.
yeah.
He's probably on less than 150 grand a week, Kalvin Phillips. You know what I mean? So
I'm
he's,
not
he's,
sure
he,
actually what he's on, but I seen someone say 100 grand a week before in the chat.
yeah, because bro, he's not going to be on that much at Leeds. He probably would have about 40k a week at Leeds, so we've more than doubled his wage in it. You know what I'm saying? So this just adds to what you'd be saying. It is going to be easy to do personal terms, especially when you're dealing with players who are at teams that are not in the Champions League, because then you don't need to give them the big cash, unless it's like a forward player like Jack Grealish. But Jack Grealish, what people don't understand about Jack Grealish as well is he's not just £100 million because it's Jack Grealish and he's a decent player at Aston Villa. He's £100 million because Jack Grealish is Jack Grealish. He's a football icon, mate. And people laugh at that. Mate, the guy's been signed up by Gucci. You know what I mean? Like, kids adore him all across the country. Kids adore Jack Grealish. If you don't understand what that then means in terms of finances for the club, then you're dumb. You need to understand
City seen a
images and that.
massive. When we signed Jack Grealish, bro, we called this. City seen a massive marketing opportunity with Jack Grealish. Hence why they're giving the number 10 as well, because the way that Jack Grealish, do you know what I mean, his persona, himself, the way, do you know what I mean, his personality. Yeah, Jack Grealish is a brand. Everything about Jack Grealish screams of an icon player.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? When the performance on the pitch match that, that's when people start realizing, bro. Next season, if his performances match, do you know what I mean, the way that we think he's gonna go, do you know what I mean, his trajectory at City, I think people start realizing how much of an icon Jack Grealish can be for English football as a whole. Like, bro, all you need to do is go to grassroots football or anything like that. Just go watch the matches on the five-a-side pitches. You see everyone with Jack Grealish haircuts all over the gaff. Headbands are all over the place now.
Yeah.
I went to five-a-side thing and I seen so many people with a Jack Grealish trim. In fact, there's a guy for the team Bethel who I was watching, and they didn't even know his name, bro. They called him Grealish
There
because
you
he had
go.
the Grealish trim.
There you go. That's it. You're right, bro. That's what that, and people need to get that through their heads, man. It's not just about the player and how good they are. It's about the brand, as someone just said there. Yes, Courtney then just put in the chat. I like that comment. Kalvin Phillips in the derby matches is going to be mad. Yeah, he obviously hates
Ah, you
United.
feisty that.
I mean, will he play first of all, Courtney? He might not
Oh
even
yeah,
play. Rodri
that's
might
true.
play, but just having
That
him
might
in the
be.
dressing room and getting them going and like getting into the players. And I always say this, and sometimes depending where you come from or whatever, sometimes I don't know if the players fully understand how much it means, the Manchester derby. You know what I mean? Because for us who grew up, you know, and every other house is a United fan. You know what I mean? And all our mates are United fans. It's a big deal. So I think Kalvin Phillips will get that. He'll understand that, and he can get into the players who maybe don't really get it. Say, nah, you need to get your act up here. Like it's a massive game for the fans because United aren't challengers. It's not like Liverpool. When we play Liverpool, it's slightly different. Of course, we all know Liverpool fans, but it's slightly different in the sense that that's a title game. Whereas United, because they're so far away from the title, that's more just about pride now. So hopefully he can get into the players and drive a little bit of spirit, man. So yeah, that's a good comment.
Yeah, I I don't know what he's gonna be like. Obviously, I don't know what he was like in the Leeds dressing room, but
I think he
um,
would have been loud.
I think I have Delph vibes. Do you know how Delph was? I have Delph vibes about him in the dressing room. I think he'll go sick, me. I think he'll tell people, do you know what I mean, what it is. I reckon from the off, he'll just be like, we need to be doing better kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? I reckon he'll be going for it, seize the opportunity. Kind of like what Gabby needs to do at Arsenal kind of thing, seize the opportunity. I reckon that's what he'll be. Because he'll
Yeah,
be
you
gassed
know
to
what?
be
That's
here.
that's that's a good point, bro. He probably is in the same sort of situation as Gabby is. He needs to come in and he needs to be the big man now. I know it's different in terms of he's coming from Leeds, where they've not won anything, to City where we've won loads of stuff, and he might feel a little bit like, oh, this is like a bit starstruck and that. But he needs to come in and back himself from day one. Because if you look at Jack Grealish, for example, and I know I keep comparing it to Jack Grealish, but I think it's just because they're both English players and we bought them from similar position clubs and size clubs. Jack Grealish came in, and clearly Jack Grealish had an issue in terms of on the pitch, bit scared of taking players on. Like he said, he didn't really want to upset Pep and that. And maybe he was a little bit starstruck. He always talked about how much he loves Kevin De Bruyne and that. And I think that probably hindered him. And I think it did hinder him last season. I think that next season will be much better. Kalvin Phillips needs to come in and he needs to understand you're not some kid who's won a prize to train with the team for a year. You are a Man City player and you are here to help us win trophies. So do not come in and be starstruck. Come in and back yourself. You are equal. You are equal to all these players, mate. You have signed for this club. There's no difference between you and the rest. You are Man City players. There's no hierarchy here where some players are above the others. He just needs to back himself from day one, innit?
Yeah, go in from the off as you deserve to be in this football team. Because end of the day, like you say, we signed you for a reason. You deserve to be here. I see people saying about what's next. It's looking like Cucurella is going to be the next thing. I see a lot of people in the chat saying about it. Cucurella will be the next signing that we go for. Personally, I think Sterling will sign for Chelsea this week. It's been going on very, very long. I think Sterling will be the Chelsea player by Friday, probably sooner. And I reckon because Joe, because I think City going to push it. City knows Sterling's end now. I think obviously City knows Sterling's side of it, that he wants to leave because talks are going well with Chelsea. I think City going to push it because they want Cucurella. We go a week today, bro. We go to pre-season. We want Cucurella on that pre-season.
Yeah.
We want to go, you know what I mean, from the off. So I reckon City going to start pushing this Sterling thing. And do you know before when you said, this is a 10:30 announcement, this is pretty early. Well, it's a 10 o'clock announcement. This is early, this. Maybe there is more news to come today. I think Cucurella and Sterling will kick into overdrive this week. And we'll find out if we are going to sign him or we're not going to sign him. And Sterling will leave. That's the way that I see it going. That's just, that obviously, that there's no confirmed thing there. I'm just hypothetically speaking, I just think that's the way it's going to go.
Like I say, bro, I've said this so many times, but transfers are like a jigsaw puzzle. You know what I mean? And if you do it right, you can work out what's going on. And I think you probably are right. I think Sterling is going to leave next, and then I think it'll be interesting to see whether the Cucurella rumours start popping off this week, because I think Sterling will be done this week. I don't know when, but I think it'll be done this week. The more that gets closer and closer to being done, and I think it's basically done already, the more we should start hearing about other transfers. And Cucurella is one, maybe Serge Gnabry is the other. But I think we'll hear more when Sterling leaves.
Do you know this whole thing about cash? Because obviously cash flow at City right now, we're trying to spend the money that we're making. Do you know what I mean? Net spend trophy and all that. If we can get Cucurella for under... If we can get him for under £50 million, which hopefully we can get him for under £50 million, because I mean we've spent a lot of money on fullbacks. It'd help maybe the idea of a Gnabry signing. If we can get, do you know what I mean? If we get Cucurella for cheaper than what Chelsea are paying us for Sterling, I mean net spending that, it'd help the idea of a Gnabry signing because that money is still kind of there in the net spend plus. I mean, it's there for City to go, we can invest this on someone like Gnabry, like £35 million or something like that. I mean, if we could have that, do you know what I mean? We've sold loads of academy players and stuff like that. I think, because I think a lot of people are on this Gnabry thing, and I'm on this Gnabry thing, you're on this Gnabry thing, and it seemed obviously we are manifesting it hard. It's Sunsport who came out with it the other day. I can't. Fabrizio came out with it today, didn't he? Saying, or last night, whenever it was, saying that we are looking at Serge Gnabry kind of thing. So it's clearly an option in City's head. City are clearly looking, or just like they've got the first steps in place of a replacement for Raheem Sterling. They're thinking about the idea of a replacement, or else why would the Nabry leaks be even there? Oh, links.
Yeah, I know. No, I agree.
Interesting.
Got a super chat here from Sean. Yes, bro. Comes in with a 449. Says who's going to be City captain now? Got to be Diaz for me. I agree, bro. For me, I'd give it Diaz. I don't know whether Kevin De Bruyne's going to get it because that's how they have operated in the last few years. They give it to like the more senior, older players. But for me, I'd give it Diaz personally, and I'd just say Diaz, it's yours until you leave, basically. So I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Um,
By the way, Luke 284 South Citizen. Yes, Luke. Absolutely buzzing with this signing. One of my favorite non-City players in the league, and I can't wait to see him play for us. Yeah, I can't wait to see him play for us, mate. Sorry, mate. In when we do StreamYard, the member messages don't come up in StreamYard, so it's like weird. Like they don't come up in the chat or anything. But yeah, I'm buzzing with signing. As if it's actually one of his favorite non-City players in the league. So I mean, obviously you must be gassed for this. And Kipat's Calvin with a 799. The next derby will be insane. Did we read this one out? I can't remember. My mind's gone on it. The next derby will be insane. Haaland and Phillips hate United to the core, while the United players would rather join us than play for them at the moment. Yeah, so we're getting that feisty kind of derby day energy back in the squad, whilst United players are all like, "Oh, I wish I was on that side of Manchester," especially the main man Ronaldo, who had the chance.
yeah. I know. No, it's true. And this all goes back to buying players that want to be there. And it's funny because United are doing the complete opposite to what City do. We're buying players who are literally saying in their interviews, yeah, when you go on your phone and look at the interview with Kalvin Phillips, that it's a dream to play for Pep Guardiola. It's a dream to play for this side. Meanwhile, Man United buy a player last summer in Cristiano Ronaldo that didn't even want to be there. He got basically got bullied into going.
Yeah.
He then got them Europa League football. What a success trophy that is for Cristiano Ronaldo and Manchester United. He then wants to leave, and now Man United are saying, "No, he's not leaving. We're going to keep him. We're not letting him leave, even though he's our legend and he come back to help us out." And now they're trying to sign Frankie De Jong, who doesn't even want to go to United. So
Bro,
literally, they're doing the
he doesn't want
complete
to go
opposite
to
to what we're doing, bro.
he doesn't want to go to United so much that he's like, bro. Apparently, with Frankie De Jong, it's United and Barca who are talking about a fee, who still haven't agreed a fee, and they've not even done personal terms with Frankie because he wants to stay at Barcelona. He's earning cash at Barcelona. He's looking at United going, I want to go there. I want to go there. That's a mess. He's seen Ronaldo, bro, come out and say, I want to leave this football club, and he's going, rah, it's bad over there, you know. Like,
Definitely doesn't want to be there.
but this is you're right though, isn't it? Like this is what happens when you keep signing players that want to sign for someone else, not you, and you're signing them to basically just stop them from signing with someone else. Alexis Sanchez, Fred, do you know what I mean? Ronaldo. Do you know what I mean? There's bare of them. Maguire, there's bare of them. And then it just doesn't work. Just go out, have your own scouting system, scout your own players, which, to be fair, Ten Hag seems to know what he's doing with some of the things. I mean, going for Anthony and stuff like that. He has his own kind of like players that he wants to get, but the way it's been run for the past like couple of years has been incredible for City fans, but do you know what I mean? For people United fans, it's a bit of a joke, to be honest. I
It
can't
just
even
shows you
hate.
again, though, bro. It just shows you again that our club right now is being run in just the perfect way.
Yeah,
Everyone's buying.
harmony.
We're buying players who want to be here. We're getting rid of players that don't want to be here. We're getting rid of the academy players who are not good enough. We're getting good fees for them. We now, it appears, we're now selling our players for reasonable values. For the last 10 years, every time we sold a player, it was
Yeah,
probably
it's
like
been
a
arse.
25, 30% discount minimum. Whereas
Yeah.
now, you look at the Gabby Jesus deal that went through this morning that we did the stream on before. That looks like it's gone through at 45 million plus 5 million add-ons. That's reasonable for a guy that's a fringe player and has 1 year left on his contract. Raheem Sterling will probably be a little bit cheaper than we all want, but he's desperate to leave, so we kind of had no choice there. But still going to get a reasonable fee. You know, it's not going to be completely unreasonable. And for players, doesn't look like we're overpaying for players now either. Haaland, 50 mil. Alvarez, 20 mil. KP, 42 mil. Now, we'll wait and see what happens with Cucurella. But so
Mm-hmm.
far, 3 out of 3, and they've all hit the mark. If Cucurella's the one that's a little bit overpaid, we have to overpay a little bit for Cucurella, then maybe we just have to overpay for Cucurella. And you say 3 out of 4 transfers is a good deal. You know, on the whole, we've done well. Serge Gnabry, you can get him in for 35 million euros. Apparently, that's about 30 million quid. That's an absolute
That's a
steal, in my
steal.
opinion.
That.
That's another underpriced purchase. So you could be looking at a situation come the end of the transfer window where we sign 5 players and only one of them you've overpaid in Cucurella. But Cucurella is an interesting one because Cucurella is not worth 50 million right now. But if Cucurella plays the same way this season as he did last season for Brighton, then he will be worth 50 million. The only reason we're saying he's not worth 50 million is because we don't know if that was just a one season fluke.
Yeah, a one-off.
You know what I mean? Which is completely fair and reasonable. We're not saying it is a fluke. I'm not saying it is a fluke. I'm not saying he's a one season wonder. But until he does it again for next season, then the question will be there. I know people say, "Oh, he did well at Spain," but no, it's a different. You've got to do it well in the Premier League and then do it well the year after. So
Yeah, be consistent in the Prem, innit? That's what you need to be.
but you could be looking at a situation where if we don't get Gnabry, 3 out of 4 we've underpaid, or if you get Gnabry, it could be 4 out of 5, and we still don't even know if we are going to pay 50 million for Cucurella. That could be smoke
Yeah,
and mirrors.
this
It could
yeah
it
this
could go
this
for it
could
for
be
35 mil, which would be a good value. So
it could
City
it
right
could
now are just doing
it
mint.
could you know what would be good with the Cucurella deal if there was big add-ons to bring it to 50 million, because then if it goes to 50 million and he does do well, so he does hit them add-ons, you know what I mean, he ticks them boxes, then he
Yeah,
has become a 50 million pound player, so we paid the
yeah,
right fee. So this is why we obviously we've said it loads of times that add-ons make sense. Add-ons make sense in transfers because you can
yeah.
get the right fee for it.
So that's what you do, bro. You go to Brighton and say, right, he's 35. What he's worth now is 35 million because he had a mint season last season, but he's only had one good season in the Premier League. So we can't be paying you 50 million. We paid 50 million for Walker, who'd done it for a decade almost. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll give you 35 mil. If this guy plays 150 games for Man City, which will fly by, we'll get an extra 15 million. Not rocket
Yeah,
science. And
makes
people
sense.
can't moan about paying the extra 15 million because if you pay the 15 million, that means he is probably worth 50 million because he's played 3 seasons for the football club. If he's not worth 50 million, I tell you, he'll be gone after a season or two. So that's how we should just do these deals, man. Just get them, do the buyout, not the buyout clauses, do the add-ons, and it's rosy. That's what you want to do.
It's it's interesting to see what happens now. How long it takes for this kind of stuff to start popping, like, because basically there's one target for City right now as that we know about, which is Cucurella. Now there's big rumors that Sterling has to leave before Cucurella comes in. Which looks like it's going to happen anyway. Looks like it's going to happen this week. So if City know that's in the works and it's happening this week, then
Yeah,
it makes sense for us to start pushing on that. Because City will know. Do you know what I mean? If he's like, they'll have medical dates set. Do you know what I mean? They'll have agreed everything with Chelsea, so then they can just start going, yeah, all right then. Well, we're going to push ahead with the Cucurella deal, which I think this week could be telling, especially with Caldoon saying that he wanted everyone pretty much before pre-season starts, and it looks like we've pushed hard for that. I think this week's gonna be big. What a week to go on holiday.
it's going to be it's going to be a good week. Obviously, with Sterling leaving, and we are led to believe that we won't be signing Cucurella until Sterling leaves. Now, that's probably going to go through this week. So that's what I'm saying. If we start seeing, we need, if for us to get Cucurella, in my opinion, we need to start seeing Cucurella rumours this week. And I'm
Yeah,
talking in the next 48 hours because it's gone completely dead, bro.
yeah,
I'm not
bro.
seeing no links with Cucurella now for about 2 weeks. And that
I
was
think,
after Brighton apparently put the price up to 50 mil.
yeah, I think it's genuinely because it's in fact it could either be. I think two things in it. It's either going to be that we wanted to get Phillips done and Sterling sold before we carry on pushing for this. Maybe they've agreed a fee. Do you know what I mean? Like, and do you know what I mean, they've spoke about it, but then we want to sell Sterling first, so that's why it's gone quiet. Or the £50 million fee completely put City off, and we said nope, we'll keep Zinchenko
Yeah, that's
because
the
we still
other.
have Zinchenko, Cancelo.
Well, that's another issue that you're going to have to deal with if you get Cucurella. What do you do with Zinchenko? Because I know people are like, "Oh yeah, well you'd have Cancelo and right as a right back," but I'm telling you now, when push comes to shove, he probably would go back to Cancelo left back over Zinchenko. So that would
Yeah,
mean
yeah,
Zinchenko's
yeah.
a third choice left back. Is he really gonna? Is he
Is he going
really
to be
gonna be
happy
happy
with
with
that?
that?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's
I don't
that's
know, man.
the that's the issue. Jack Backer, yes, appreciate you renewing the extra club membership with the tier 3. Obviously, football is back very very soon, so tier 3 live streams will resume shortly. And King Harlan MCFC 179 hybrid. Forget Cucurella, sign Reece James from Chelsea. Not happening. That's fee for that. That's too that'll be too expensive. If you go for Reece James right now, you're gonna be paying cash because they ain't gonna want to get rid of him. They ain't gonna want to get rid of him at all. The only way I seen the Reece James deal going through now would have been if Sterling was a part of that deal. And even then, Chelsea fans were like telling me to shut up. Chelsea fans were like, "Yeah, we ain't having that. You're ripping us off there." But it's not. Reece James ain't happening. You're going to pay cash. He'd have to run down his contract a little bit.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, it's going to be interesting, bro. It's going to be a big week now. Kalvin Phillips over the line, buzzing about that. Jesus gone. It's a fresh start. I feel like there's a revolution going on at Manchester City Football Club now with our players, bro. Obviously,
We've gone from an exodus to a
yeah.
revolution.
I feel like it is proper popping off, and it's a massive change, bro. We're going to have a lot of players in this. If we get Cucurella and Gnabry, which I don't think we're going to get Gnabry. I would like us to sign Gnabry, but I don't think we will get Gnabry. We do get Cucurella and Gnabry. You could potentially see a team next season with Cucurella at left wing back. Maybe he drops Rodri for a game and plays Phillips. He
Phillips,
might
yeah.
play Alvarez and Haaland as your two strikers. And I
Gnabry.
don't know, he might play Gnabry at right wing back or something. I don't know. You know, I mean, dream season a little bit there, but you could potentially see 5 different players in the team from last season. Obviously, very extreme and it's unlikely, but the point that
Ortega
I'm
in
making
net when
is
Edison flops it.
yeah, Ortega as well. Ortega with Redison. I mean, that's what I'm saying is this is why I'm so excited for next season because obviously last season we signed Grealish and that was it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Grealish took a while to get into it. You know what I mean? It was basically the same team as the year before, just with no
Yeah.
Aguero. Obviously, Aguero played the first half of the season before. Last season, it was basically the same team with no Aguero. So this season, a lot of changes, a lot of excitement in the fan base. Everyone's buzzing. No one's arguing. You know what I mean? Everyone's just getting on with each other. It's very, everyone's happy. And the club are doing us justice, man. You know what I mean? Everyone's happy. Everyone's chilling. Everyone's buzzing, bro. Dopamine season. That's what I'm saying.
Dopamine
Dopamine.
machine. That's the way it is. So
Tiki
yeah, that's
dopamine.
Tiki dopamine. Arash with the 2 says massive signings, but we'll still bottle the Champions League. Factual information. We're allergic to Champions League, you know, mate. We don't do them things round here. It's not in our DNA, innit?
It's not.
I
It's
bet
not. It's
Calvin
not.
Phillips didn't say I want to win the Champions League in his interview.
Yeah, yeah. No, he didn't. He just said he
he
wants to
know,
play for Pep. That's him.
yeah,
He's already got the dub, bro.
he knows, innit? He's already. It's a win for him this now, innit? He's ticked it off. That's all he needed. He ain't saying he wants to win a Champions League in that because he knows. Haaland would have said, "Yeah, I want to come here and win a Champions League." He don't know yet. Give it a bit. He'll learn. He will learn. Champions League don't come round there.
Mm. Yeah, I got a question though. Is there any Leeds fans in the chat? I want to know what Leeds fans are saying about this deal. How are Leeds fans feeling? Do you feel robbed? 42 million for an England international with 2 years left on his contract, not one, with 3 million add-ons. That seems pretty cheap to me. Are you happy with the deal? Let us know if there's any Leeds fans in it. Let me know what you're saying. Um, it's a good
It's a
deal.
difficult one for Leeds fans because if I seen this, bro, I'd be turning it off. I'd be ignoring it, especially because when
You'd be off.
I'd be like, because you'd be kind of gutted, innit?
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of Leeds fans who are happy for him. They are happy, like they're genuinely happy for him that he's going to make this move. But I think they're just really pissed off about how cheap we've got him for. That's the way. That's the way it seems to be. Like everything I've seen is the buzzing that he's made that step up, but the absolutely bewildered by the fact that the club have allowed Phillips to leave for this cheap.
It
I've
should have
seen
been
before
60 mil. Should have been.
the
If I was
Athletic.
Leeds, I watch 60 mil.
Yeah, 60 mil, 100%. The Athletic, by the way, apparently before said that if They confirmed that John, if Leeds would have been relegated, the price for Phillips would have been £24 million. So maybe there was that release clause in his contract. But okay, who could have saved 20 mil?
That's a robbery, bro. Imagine getting Kalvin Phillips for 24 mil, mate. Oh my god, that's horrendous. That would have happened. That would have been pain. That would have been serious pain for the Leeds fans.
And if the rumor is the way it is, then he'd only have come to City anyway, because he says, like, do you know what I mean? Like, the rumor before he even signed for us that was that he'd only consider Manchester City right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if you think about it, I don't think he suits Liverpool's style of play. I think he suits more of a possession-based side that keeps the ball a little bit longer. And obviously, Liverpool are a little bit more direct and fast in the way that they play. So I think he suits City more. Obviously, Tottenham, he's not going to go to Tottenham. You know what I mean? And who else is going to go to? He's not going to go United. What's the point in going Arsenal? You know what I mean? So
what's the point in going?
yeah, I think City is the legit move that I think if he was going to stay in England, that was pretty much the only move he could have had. To be fair, he could have gone Arsenal if he wanted, because they do play in a similar way. But I mean, you go in there for what? A bit of extra cash. You're not guaranteed Champions League. I mean, you're guaranteed probably Europa League football, in fairness, or Conference League or whatever they're playing. But he probably would have stayed at Leeds. I think if it was them. So yes, City probably were the only team that were in for him that he would have gone to in England. I don't see anyone else really.
Yeah. Pop with 1 9 says, you have to believe Haaland is winning the Champions League. Let's just hope it's with City. I do believe he'll give us our best shot, I think, if he hits the ground running in that, which I back him to.
Yeah.
No, exciting times, bro. Pre-season can't come quick enough.
And just on that point, again, I'll just reiterate what I said earlier on for those that weren't here. If you look at the times that we've been knocked out of the Champions League, we normally get knocked out and we concede a lot of goals. You look at Real Madrid, conceded too many goals. Yeah, we conceded 3 in the first leg and what was it, 2 in the second leg. If you look at Tottenham Hotspur, too many goals. Liverpool, too many goals. Monaco, too many goals. We concede way too many goals. If you look at Kalvin Phillips, when he's in the Leeds side, they undisputedly concede less goals when Kalvin Phillips is in the side than when he's not in the side. Now, if you combine that with a Rodri double pivot, and I know people don't like it because it's not particularly nice, but it's solid. You don't concede as many goals with 4 defenders and 2 holding midfielders as 4 defenders and 1 holding midfielder. I think that next season, as we approach the later stages of the Champions League, I would not be surprised to see Pep Guardiola go to a double pivot with Kalvin Phillips and Rodri. And of course, we have seen that early days with Rodri and Gundogan. It wasn't particularly nice.
Yeah.
Didn't really like it. But I think he was playing that in the wrong games. He was playing that in like Premier League games and that. You don't play double pivot in Premier League games. We don't need to. I think we'll beat most English teams in a one-off game. I think it's the Champions League matches where it's knockouts, mistakes hurt because mistakes send you out. Mistake in the Premier League, you still got 37 other matches to go and do your business. A mistake in one game shouldn't really cost you. But in the Champions League, it does cost you.
Yeah.
And if it costs you, you then push further forward to try and get another goal to counter it. And they probably counter-attack you and get the second. And that's probably why we concede so many goals. So I think Champions League, bro, next season, Kalvin Phillips actually, low-key, could be one of the best signings we've ever made in terms of getting that Champions League.
Yeah, I think, like you say, he offers a bit more protection.
What's that tune?
She offers me protection. That's what you about saying a little less conversation, a little more action. That's what you were singing.
I was singing the wrong tune, bro. I was singing the wrong tune. I was singing Elvis Presley, me.
Yeah, you're going big. That's funny. That. Yeah, I think it offers a bit more protection for us, and I think it could be vital especially in them second legs. Say like we're winning 1-0 up, or it's tight like 2-1 or something. Get Kalvin Phillips on last. I mean, even if he's on only for the last like 15-20 minutes. Something. Right. Anything else, bro?
No, nothing on that. So Kalvin Phillips done buzzing about that. There is a little bit of news about Nabru. We'll probably do a separate stream on that later on or something. So yeah, just Buzzing. Celebrate. It's a great deal for City. Great price, great player, suits our team, suits Pep Guardiola. City are mint, City are back. And yeah, I'm ready to go. I cannot
City are
wait.
back.
I cannot wait, bro. I cannot wait for this season to start now. I'm itching to get ready at it because I'm just like so excited. I feel overly confident, which worries me a little bit, but
Yeah.
not that much. You know what I mean? And I can't wait. I cannot wait for the season. So I can't wait to watch pre-season, 1:30 in the morning, Club America, then Bayern Munich, Community Shield, all that. I want it all.
Inject Manchester City football back into my veins. Up again with one at night. Kalvin Phillips said Jude told him everything about Haaland.
He's
That's
been
good. That.
sell. You know, Pep Guardiola and Tiki Bergerstein. Yeah, they didn't even need to speak to Calvin Phillips because the English boys have
Yeah.
already done it. Jude Bellingham, not
They
even at our
sold it
football
for
club.
him.
Yeah, Jude Bellingham, not even at our football club, and he's already telling Calvin Phillips where to go. He's like, go play with Haaland, mate. It's sick. Phil Foden, Grealish, Walker, Johnny Stones. These lads are like, come to City.
It's mad because
Then
we could next season go sign Jude Bellingham as well. It's crazy.
I
It's
know, and I see
actually
people saying that
crazy.
Liverpool fans getting gas, thinking they're getting Jude Bellingham now. Watch this space. Ilkay Gundogan will leave next summer, and Bernardo
Yeah.
Silva may also leave next summer. That's going to leave us a massive, massive hole in the midfield, and City will pay top dollar to get someone who is quality to play in that position. And Jude Bellingham meets that criteria. So whilst they believe that they've now got the upper hand because we've signed Phillips, I disagree. I think if anything, this strengthens our position because I don't think Pep Guardiola will play Kalvin Phillips in an advanced role. I think he'll
Yeah.
be purely a deep player, which means that when Gundogan leaves next season, which is almost guaranteed, and with Bernardo probably leaving next summer, possibly this summer, but probably next summer, in my opinion, that's going to leave us a massive gap, and we're going to have to go in big with big cash and get someone class. And Jude Bellingham is that player. So I think actually Jude Bellingham is the next player at this club, bro, next season. I really do.
I mean, that's it's one to watch out for. It's an exciting transfer if it happens, and another English done it. Can anyone gift me I don't think gifted. I know we do have gifted memberships, but I don't know if you can. Like on Twitch, you can select people to gift it to. I think on YouTube it just gives out randomly. So I don't think anyone can gift you unless they're gonna PayPal you some cash. I don't think they're gonna do that, mate. Yeah, GB. That's where the net spends point towards, isn't it? A big signing.
Yeah.
Potentially. Or maybe we're just recouping funds.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Right, guys, we'll leave it there. We'll probably be live again tonight. I might see if Big Steve's available. We'll try and get loads of streams, give you loads of content today because it's a big day, man. Get loads of people's different opinions on it. Hopefully, you've enjoyed this one, guys. If you have, make sure you drop a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. We'll be back later on with another stream. But yeah, have a great day, guys. We'll see you in the next one, innit?
See you in a bit. Bye.